Hi, welcome in. Welcome back to Cardinal Rose Tarot. Thank you for being here. As you can see, I'm really delighted to have, oh, let me get that heater. I'm really delighted to have my little space set up for this spooky season, night of the year, where the veil between worlds is the thinnest. This is October 31st, November 1st, Halloween, Dia de los Muertos. There's another time of year where the veil is extra thin, and that is the 12 days of Christmas, for those who are not in the know. But anyways, I got a series of things planned for the next 72 hours for the channel, and I'm really excited. This is going to be an uploaded reading. And then I'm going to be doing 2 live streams as well. So I'm going to start with this horror oracle, which I love. It's perfect for this time of year. And we'll just get going here and see what wants to come out for us. A collective message. The lives that I have coming up are going to be messages from spirit, messages from the ancestors, and for messages from the spirit world, right? So right now, the intention for this reading is just going to be a collective reading. What are some collective messages that are going to want to come out for the spooky season, Halloween, Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos? What wants to come out? I hope you're doing well out there. I was trying to, when I went on my walk, I tried to open up to see if I would get anything channeled coming through from the walk. And I also set the intention that if something did come through that I would make sure and not forget it. And I'm not remembering anything. So I think that's a fair, if I get into the reading and something comes up from the walk, I'll get into that. But I don't think there's anything pressing that came through ahead of time. What do we need to know, Spirit? And I'm not going to read from the book with these cards today. I'm just going to kind of scry into the images from the Horror Oracle. What are some messages that we need to know about in this collective for this time of year right now? So I see someone feeling possibly that they're being visited in their dream state, and you've been on a long journey here of frustration. It's like you're assuming your place on your throne, but you've had to really clear away and get clear on what energies around you are for you, what is not for you. It's like you've been on a long journey of reevaluating and reassessing your life. But what I'm feeling also is that you're experiencing feeling invaded in your sleep space, feeling invaded in your dreams, or else dream messages and dream communication, lucid dreaming, astral travel is also highlighted here. So let's pull some tarot and see if we can't. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Let's see if we can't pull some cards here from tarot and get some clarification. Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know here about feeling like you've been going through a choosing and a letting go process of things that are not for you. But this has also been a going within. You've had to look in the mirror about what are the things that are even in my own, in the song Nightmare by Halsey, where she says, I've got to recognize the weapon in my mind. And that's what I see you doing here with this curse card, is you've been actually trying to sort out, like, what parts of my family legacy do I need to let go of, right? Like, what are the things that I learned in my bloodline or growing up from my own family history that are no longer for me? Not just the other people, but what do I have in my own mind that I need to let go of? It's been a long journey, and in fact, it might even have been a lifelong journey for you. I'm picking up on somebody that you want this to be your last life. You don't want to reincarnate. You want to be done with the earth plane and the earth school. I'm curious too about this dreams energy. What's happening for you in the dream space that has you activated in some way? Yeah, a choice. This is what it's a very heart of things. You're at a crossroads, and crossroads energy is guarded over by eshu, right? There's old lore in our on Turtle Island that was sort of from the puritanical religious Christianity branch of that part of our nation, in our nation's founding during the slave antebellum era, where the crossroads was seen as something to do with the devil. Like, if you wanted to make a deal with the devil, you would go to a crossroads, and there you would meet the devil, and you could negotiate with him for things that you wanted for your life. And people were warned away from that. Well, the true history of that is not the devil at all. The spirit that guards the crossroads in Yoruba, his name is Eshu. He's not a devil, okay? He's an Orisha. He was turned into a devil by Christian Puritans to force the enslaved people to give up their practices, their spiritual practices. And so Eshu became considered, Christian people tried to make him seem like the devil. Okay, so that's what's happening here, is that you are at a crossroads, and it's very appropriate for this time of year. And in fact, part of your choice and decision might be that you are standing at the crossroads between the worlds, and you're trying to listen to your ancestors, you're trying to listen to the spirit world, and your own light, and going within. This is, like I said, it's been a long journey, and you may have been starting to receive messages or experiences in the dream space of a collaborative nature. You're a Queen of Cups. You're in a position of moving into a calmer place and reevaluating all of this, because you suspected that somebody has been attacking you in your dream space. That's what we're looking at here. The challenge for you is that you're attracted to this person. They're showing up as a magus in reverse. A magus is very powerful. A magus is a very powerful being, but he's on a tightrope constantly about whether he's going to use his power to empower others, or whether he's going to abuse his power to only enrich himself or not think about anything ethical, right? So that's the challenge of the magician. And you're suspecting that there's been a dark magician around you that you were very attracted to, that actually diverted you off your path and was a big distraction. You were very vulnerable to this magus, if you feel, because he captured your heart. Okay, that's what's coming through here with this Queen of Cups. But I want to tell you that you're in the upright, and it was not wrong for you to explore this. That's what I'm feeling here with you in the upright. It's been a lesson for you, but it's been very difficult. You're really desperate to move away from the lesson at this point. You're also tired of having to stand in your own power. You're at a crossroads after all of this, after having come to suspect that this magus was actually not for you, that he was working against you, and that he was not going to be a good influence in your life. You're disappointed though, because you are very attracted to him, and this is coming in your shadow aspect with this Ace of Wands. You might feel like you need to avoid this Magus because you have a lot of lust for him. Like you're incredibly attracted to him, magnetically drawn to him. You may have felt like originally, or you may be this priest, or you may have felt like this person could be this type of energy for you, like a strong healer, a high priest that's healthy. This could also represent you. What's coming is an offer, and it's in the reverse. It's a Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So I have a feeling that this Magus is going to be reaching out to you and offering you something, and you're going to be faced with a decision, and you're being told to turn to your guides. You may be somebody that follows Ifa, or that practices voodoo, vodun, or hoodoo, right? You might need guidance because, yeah, this journey here and this crossroads, this is very much, and you've been protected on your journey by the spirit of the crossroads until this time. And now here comes an offer, but it's in the reverse. So I'm going to get clarifiers. What is the Page of Pentacles, where the energy is headed? Can you clarify that for me? Yeah, Ace of Cups, Judgment Day, and Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's an offer coming towards you, but it means a judgment day for somebody else. It means, no. What is that? Yeah. You are going to be faced with a difficult choice here because you're not going to be sure. It's this person coming back around. It's this Magus coming back around. You're really in your feelings, and you're very concerned that when he comes back and offers you this Ace of Cups, because that's what he's going to offer, is an Ace of Cups. You're very concerned that all he wants is sex, that this person hasn't been good for you, that this was a lustful connection that you have tried to rise above and let go of. He hasn't let go of a third party. He is going to be coming back, but he's still got some attachments to this illusion of a third party, a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Or it may be that a Queen of Wands in reverse is putting him up to this. What is that? Is this person... What's happening here? Because you're going to be faced with a choice. That's what this whole reading is about. And so I'm trying to help you know, what is the choice going to be about? I feel like it's about whether you are going to trust this offer. And it's saying you need to be very careful. It's not a great offer, is what it's saying. And in fact, it might be malicious and designed to catch you up in something. Yeah, it's more of the same. It's more of the same. This person's going to come in and offer all of this to you. And you're vulnerable because you're lonely and tired of being single and independent and on your own. You want to find your partner. You are very motivated to find your community. It doesn't even have to be a partner. It's your community where you feel seen and where you belong. You want a spiritual community, and you want something that is maybe a little bit traditional, possibly. It's when this person comes towards you, what's saying here is that they haven't done the change and gone through the changes that they need to go through yet. They haven't successfully cleared away whatever problem they're caught up in, and they may not even want to. They may actually still be working with this Queen of Wands in reverse, but there's a Queen of Wands in reverse here that is competing with you for what's coming and for what this person is going to come and offer you. And this person making the offer isn't done with this Queen of Wands. So it's an illusion, okay? This is what you're being warned about. Can I just get some confirmation of that? It's like this is a warning. So can I just clarify that about these offers that are coming in? Are you being warned about them? We didn't get really into your dream space yet. Maybe that's what this is speaking about, is that you're being offered something in your dream that's gonna curse you. I've had experiences like that where someone was practicing black magic against me, and they were entering my dream space and offering me things that were spells that were cursed, and that if I accepted it in my dream, I was accepting the spell work, taking it into my energy, and the curse would then be transferred to me. Okay, you might be suspecting that somebody's trying to curse you in your dream space, or do something to you. You're powerful. Maybe they're resorting to doing it in your dream space because you're too powerful in your waking life. Yeah, this was coming up in, well, wait a minute here. They're trying to scare you in your dream space because you're doing so much healing work. I see that you've successfully cleared away some karma in your ancestral line. It's been a very difficult journey, like it said. You haven't had any joy or fun in a long time. This has been a huge task for you to do. You've been working hard for a long period of your life. I'm hearing decades for some people, to clear away this karma, cleanse your energy. Worldwide cover-up in the upright is here. So it might be that you have tapped into something pretty deep and seen beyond the veil into something that may have really alarmed you. And you thought, well, I need to just continue to focus on my healing. What is this energy that is where things are headed? This competition, this refusal to change, this Queen of Wands in the reverse. What are you being warned about here in where things are headed with this Page of Pentacles? What is the warning that you're being warned away from? What are you being warned away from? I've got Animal Lover in the upright and 12-step in the reverse. So maybe somebody that's not healed. You're being warned away from someone that loves animals, but that maybe has an unhealed addiction. That might be part of the problem here, is that this person coming towards you isn't ready. Their heart might be, they might think they're ready, but they're not. They might be still have a dishonest side of them, or still have more shadow work that they need to do. And it's saying that they're on the right track here, but you'd be best to be very careful because they still have a lot of healing work left to do. Is that what that's what feels right to me, and that's what this choice is about. I mean, somebody that loves animals is, that's not a small thing. In my mind, that's a good sign. But they're unhealed. Yeah, you do have opposition. There is someone coming into your dream space, and it's the third party. It's this Queen of Wands. This person that's going to come towards you and make this gesture and this offer to you. It's this Magus that you are very aware that he's attached to this Queen of Wands in the reverse, and you're at this point, you're like, my star is rising. I'm not going to accept anything that holds me back, or that has baggage, or that's not for my highest good. What it's saying here is that there's still opposition from a toxic third party, that Queen of Wands in the reverse. And so you're really going to need to be clear about that this person might not be ready. They might be, and it's going to be frustrating for you because you are attracted to them, but you're like, well, I'm not, attraction isn't enough. I'm not willing to settle. You know, I want everything. I want safety and attraction and regard and love. You want the whole deal, right? Is this person ready that's making you this offer? Is he ready? He's still ensnared with this other party, this Queen of Wands in the reverse. She might be practicing black magic against him. Yeah, Ice Queen in the upright, that might be you here. You're worried. Yeah, about your own healing, your own inner child, and maybe even this person's baggage, right? His own unhealed stuff with child in the reverse. This person might have had a child with someone else, or, you know, they haven't healed their inner child, right? You're concerned about this. You're like, I'm not going to get into anything that takes from me and doesn't give back. That's very much where you are. You don't want this person coming in and taking from your energy like an energy vampire. He is your match though, okay? That's what's gonna feel frustrating to you because you're an Ice Queen and he's an Ice King, okay? He's a Magus, but he's been in the reverse, or you've suspected that he's in the reverse, and in his own lustful Knight of Wands energy. This is how you see him right now. A Magus in the reverse and a Knight of Wands in the reverse. He is a divine masculine, but he's got a lot of healing left to do. So for some of you, maybe you're not going to be able to hang with that. And for other people, you're like, maybe, yeah, let's see. If you can stop cheating, then sure, or whatever their addiction is. It might not be sex. It might be a drug, you know, a different drug of choice, right? So I'm going to now pull some advice cards for you because that's your story. So now we need to know, what's your advice now that you know this, because you're being prepared. The message is to prepare for this offer to come in. Prepare for this offer to come in. And now I'm going to pull you some advice cards. I love that I kind of cleansed and shuffled and reorganized all my decks to bring out some of the decks I haven't used in a while. And it feels great. I'm glad I did that. Oops, it doesn't belong in there. So now what I'm going to do is get you some advice. What is some good advice now that you know that this choice is here for you and that this person that is going to come in and make you this offer, they're not as ready as you would like them to be. That's what I'm picking up. Let's smudge. Let's smudge. And then we'll get you some advice. It smells so good. I have 3 more of these, and then I made 4 for the winter solstice, and I decided I'm not going to give any away or sell any. I'm going to keep them all for me. They smell really good. We're just going to cleanse all that out. Now we got the storyline that we needed. And now we're just going to cleanse and ask for some advice for you. What is going to be some advice for you when this masculine comes back? You're very attracted to him and you're worried that you're not going to be strong enough to hold your own boundaries or hold, you know, hold them to a standard of, you know, what you expect out of a partner. And it's not, you know, if they don't want to meet expectations, they don't have to, you know. It's like, well, then you don't get to be with me. If you don't want to answer to anyone, then you're not going to be with me. But if you want to be accountable to someone and I'll be accountable to you, then let's talk. It might be something like that, right? The world. So you have a new era possible of stepping into something totally new, a way of living and a life that you've never lived before. I celebrate that, and I'm going to burn a little bit of this citrus right here just because I think that's a very beautiful message to pull on the split. And I want to celebrate it with some of this citrus smell. smells so good. I don't know if you can smell it, but... Oh, it smells so yummy. I love it. Sorry, being a dork. Okay, World on the Split. What's some advice now for you? It's saying to take your time and go within, and that you are going to have to not be so in your heart. You're really being, if you're going to take, let's say you decide, I want to give this guy a second chance. I want to give this Magus an opportunity to try again with me, right? I'm going to be open to it. This whole advice layout right here is saying you have done a lot of healing. You have learned a lot of really difficult lessons. It's been a journey you've been on for a very long time. Don't throw that away, okay? That's what the advice of this is saying. It's going to be very tempting, and it's going to seem like everything you ever dreamed. But there's a caution here. You can't go purely on what your heart wants, because your heart is going to want you to say yes. It's not going to want you to think critically about the offer that they're making. And what it's saying is you've done too much healing to do that. You need to think more with other parts of you. It's okay to indulge a little bit, okay? It's okay to indulge this offer if you want. It's saying indulge it, but recognize it for what it is. You can enjoy and indulge your inner devil, right? And lustful energy. It's not saying don't do it, but let me just pull a clarifier there. Tell me about the Devil and the Hanged One in the advice and where things are headed, because those are very powerful cards. 2 major arcanas. What's the advice of this Devil card? You don't need to be afraid of your passion. That's one thing. Yeah, don't worry. That's here in 9 of Swords in the reverse. Get out of your head. Be willing to start anew. It's a judgment day. It's been a judgment day for him, and it's going to be a judgment day for you. That brings you to the crossroads. There was a lot of heartbreak in the situation before. Yeah. It's saying it's safe to let... Well, wait a minute. It was a judgment day for him. Yeah, it's really up to you. This choice is going to be up to you. What's the Hanged One and where things are headed? Can we clarify that, please? It's like it's a judgment day for him because he's coming back towards you, and it's like you are judging him. Like it's his judgment day to come back to you and say, I want to try again. I want to come back to you. You're going to be the judge in that case. And it's like you're a goddess, okay? And he sees you that way. Its choice is being emphasized so much here, but there is no 2 of Cups. It's a choice about passion, and it's a choice about security. The lover from the past that's coming back is the one that hurt you. That's what it's saying here. What's this Hanged One in where things are going? It might be okay to just say, I'm going to need some time to choose. Maybe that's what your advice is just take all the time you need to choose. Don't let this person rush you. Yeah, he's offering you this offer. He's a King of Pentacles, but he's still vulnerable to Or it may be that you're going to have other options. He may be also still got kind of a wandering eye, and that might have been part of your problem before. Is you're just going to be wondering if you can trust him because of the Ace of Wands. In the first layout, it was in the reverse, and the devil and the shadow aspect of self. And so you're still perceiving him in as maybe someone who's too in his own addictions and passions and whatever. And that's here. It's saying it's possible and that that's true. So you're going to have a choice to walk away into your new era. And it's a mystery. It's not going to answer anymore. I'll pull, just in case, from Intuitive Kef here, the Hanged One energy and where things are headed in the outcome. If you walk away, you're going to have a new era. If you stay and try again, you're going to have a new era. Either way, you're stepping into a new era. But you're being advised here that there's not a lot of cups. So this person is maybe not ready to open their heart yet. He might be able to provide you material security, but you're still going to be feeling emotionally unsafe. That could be. What is this? Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense about why this is. It's a twin flame, okay? And so it makes sense that you would be this a little bit like worried about the intense level of passion that you have when he comes back around, because if it's a twin flame, that's very hard to fight, that level of passion and attraction. It's because it's your twin. They're your counterpart. So made manifest. And so of course you're nervous if they come back around and you feel like they're still in that kind of devilish addicted energy. That's why it feels so charged and concerning for you. You've manifested this reunion. There's also a karmic that is not ascending here and that's trying to block the ascension and travel. There's some karmic party here that doesn't want this to happen and that's trying to manipulate and use divination work to prevent this from happening. They may have even prevented your twin flame from his ascension by doing black magic and manipulation and blocking his intuition. Like I just said, this masculine's been under some attack here. He might show up and say that he needs your help, and you're really being warned about this, okay? Because yeah, he may be your twin flame, but he's really in a rough position here. And you're going to be waiting a while is what you're worried about. Like, how long am I going to have to wait until you're healed, motherfucker? For this, I want this relationship with you. Yeah, you're my twin flame, but I'm tired. I'm waiting for you to heal, to figure it out, to disentangle yourself from this fuck shit, right? Like, that's what's happened. So now what I'm going to do is just pull a final card, because there's a lot here. There's a lot happening. And it makes sense why this has gotten so confusing for you, because it's your twin flame. And so you're like, well, fuck. Nobody compares. Of course no one compares to my twin, but I'm not going to wait forever. If my twin is all caught up in shit, and it came through that it was like years and years and years and years that you've been on your own journey, the twin flame journey, doing your own ascension and spiritual work. If he's been caught up in something and not ascending and being blocked and all that, of course there's going to be this massive disconnect between you. So what's some final message for you about this whole situation? What do you need to know? We've got soulmates, card 41, but it's in the reverse. So there's the warning here. We're not surprised to see that. That's the warning has been through this whole reading. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so that you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? But rather, what is the gift? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. So it's just saying embrace it. Embrace this when it comes. Embrace that this twin has been struggling, locked in a battle with devil shadow work. You have also done that. You're just farther along than they are. It doesn't mean that you can't come together, because if you're truly twin flames, you're stronger together, and you will exponentially speed up your healing process. If you're in physical union, each of your healing processes will speed up. So it's fated. It's meant to happen. You're meant to be coming together for this reunion, and it's offering you a crossroads and a choice, and it's your twin flame, and it's by divine intervention that this is happening. Okay, it's meant to happen. It's not to be feared. It's to be respected and listened to and practice acceptance. You don't want to go into denial about like, oh, my twin. I've been on a similar journey, and in my early days of it, one area that I really struggled with was feeling like this person's like a miracle. He's like everything that I ever, but then I would be around him in person and he wouldn't be acting like that. And it's like, well, he's actually acting like kind of a dick. What is happening? Because when I'm in meditation, when I feel visited by my twin flame in the etheric plane, he feels like practically a god, like everything that I ever wanted, like so protective, so loving, so generous, just everything I ever dreamed of. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm about it. I'm on the twin flame journey. I can't wait. I love this person. And then I would be around him and he would be an asshole. And I would just be like, what is happening? That's been part of this for you, is coming to terms with, yeah, he's not always going to be acting like his higher self. Sometimes he's going to be acting like a dick, a karmic masculine, because we're all here having a human experience. And so just like you have your days where, yeah, maybe you're a divine feminine, but you have days where you're like, fuck you, road raging, getting after people. That's not fair. It's because you're also human. We're not gods, we're humans having a human experiences. We might be gods or demigods or whatever in the etheric plane, but here we're still in a human body. And we have all of the vulnerabilities that come with that. Moodiness, grouchiness, mood swings, all kinds of stuff. Addictions, toxic family pattern, ancestral wounds that haven't healed, stuff like that. So this is the journey, and you're both on it, and you're both meant to come together for this reunion. You're being warned about the reunion, though. Don't race ahead. Recognize where each of you is in the physical 3D when you come together to discuss your connection. So that's going to do it for this reading. I'll be back this evening with some lives for the season. I'm so happy to be here and doing this work. And if you like and subscribe, or if you like my work, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. I love doing my channel's work. I am obsessed with doing my card channel. It's like all I ever want to do, ever. I like my other work too, but I love reading cards. So that's it. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for being here. And like I said, please like and subscribe. And thank you for checking out Cardinal Rose Tarot. I'll see you tonight or in the next reading.